Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is a Legendary Porpoise and today we are finishing off the inner port for the city of Aeslung. The section of the city is going to follow the layer trend that I've been working with in order to continue giving the city the appearance and atmosphere that it deserves. In today's video, I decided to build plenty of storage areas, a few low-cost inns for lowly sailors, and some boats to fill in the void of just the empty space of sea. I hope you've seen this video that I strived for a very detailed look and one that looks a little bit more chaotic and bursting, when it comes to previous parts of the city. Now, as always, there will be plenty of lore books spread around the area, and I actually most recently began using World Anvil to flesh out some history and stories. Once I complete them, I will publish them and let all of you know so you can stay up to date on what's going on in Elmoran. Now, with all that being said, it would be totally awesome if you could consider subscribing to the channel, as it lets me know that I'm still heading the right direction with this project and you're still enjoying the content. But as for now, let's throw on some swashbuckling music and enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and I'll meet back with you at the end. Okay, everybody, so welcome back. So we're starting off in the, the shipmaster's building, and we're going to move on out to the newly designed area. So as you can see here, it already looks way more alive and way more active. We have a really cool merchant cart right here. It's kind of just hanging out, chilling, sells general goods and wares. Over here, we have a little bit of a games area, a resting area for those who are just coming ashore. A bounty board and all that good stuff, and little seating areas here and there. Once again, I tried to make it look really alive, and I think it really came through well. We're gonna have this first building here, and pretty much essentially what this is, it's like a small, essentially like motel, right, for sailors if they wanted to come in and just wanted to rent a room for a half a day or maybe a full day. As you can see up here, it's very bare minimal necessities and everything, but we do have some bunks. We have a chest and everything over here, and this is, like I said, this is not a long-term type of building for sailors or fishermen or anything to stay in. It's just kind of a short-term thing. So here you can see we have a small little shop over here, and they're selling some furs and some pelts and some just basic general goods, spices and food and whatnot. Over here you can see we have a pier. It has some, fishing nets out to dry. We have plenty of storage, plenty of buckets, all that good stuff that every port, harbor, whatever needs. And this is a building I actually thought was really cool. So not only is it diagonal, but you can see here it's kind of full of a bunch of everything on in the middle. And if you actually come out here, I'll show you this real quick. There's just another small little vendor right here selling some cocoa beans and some blueberries. But if you go up on the second story right here of this building, I like it. It's really cool. So you can rent this building out for as long as you want. You have that storage that you could lock up at night, and you have a place to stay for as long as you want. So it's a 2-in-1 kind of thing. You get storage, plenty of storage that's safe and secure, and you get your own room. And I thought that was a really cool, nifty design, to implement here. And of course, I'm just going to kind of breeze through these super fast. You don't really have to see all the storage space and all that kind of stuff that I did. But once again, another merchant here, of course, selling to people just now arriving. And we also have this. So this was kind of weird. It's like a crane. I don't know which other way to describe it, but to help get maybe the heavier things off ships and to help that out, so the sailors don't have to put all their backs into it. That's just kind of to help out. We have a ship, of course, right there, and of course, we have some fish hanging up to dry after they've been caught. We have nets out to dry. We have a small little rowboat here. That's just a basic fisherman's boat. He was just doing his normal daily work, trying to get some food for the family and bring it home at the evening. And so here we got some burlap, we have some nets, but we have this building here. And so this is kind of cool. This is kind of just like a small gathering place. So it isn't a motel. It isn't anything fancy. It's just a small gathering place for people to come in and have a few drinks, have a little bit of food, relax by the fire after, a months or years long journey. It doesn't matter. But it's a nice place for some, people coming into Aeslung to just kind of relax and have some time to themselves or with their group of friends. And it does have a bedroom up here, so if you do want to lay down and take a quick nap, you can. It's truly up to whoever is in here. And I tried not to clutter up the inside of these buildings since the outside is so cluttered. I tried to make a clear difference between the outside and the inside of these buildings. But once again, look, we have boxes, we have crates, we have storage everywhere. We have yet another vendor, and they're selling some fish, some cabbage, some like pitchforks or things like that, some brooms, just kind of, random stuff. But that merchant probably makes a lot of money right here. If we go up to the second story of this house, you'll see here, or not this house, but this storage building, you'll see once again we have some wine, gunpowder, things like that, whatever you might need. For any kind of, excursion into the wild blue yonder. And once again, we have one of these, another one of the crane things. I like how they are, so I put two of them in there. So here we go. So this is like general storage. So you wouldn't have to pay for this. You would just have to, sign in and tell them what you're putting in here, how long it's going to be in there. You may or may not be taxed on it, but it doesn't technically cost you to put it in. You just have to pay a small tax. And here we go, and where this is the last pier dock area. So once again, it's full of fish, drying nets and all that. I built this. This is a small little merchant boat. Obviously, their main source is lumber, and they're bringing it into port to unload and try to make a little bit of money off of. But I'll do a quick fly around. I think this really came out well. This is the pier or dock or harbor, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a harbor. But you'll see here, I tried to make it very irregularly shaped, very different, very strange, but it works really well. And I added all these boats on both sides, and I think it just fills in the area and it looks really, really, really cool. But that is essentially it for the video. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit all the links in the comments below if you want to check out some of my additional stuff, Discord, Twitter, Patreon page, all that wonderful things. But thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate your support. Y'all have a wonderful day. This is a Legendary Porpoise signing off. Have a good day and happy gaming.